Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more SFO Warhammer 2 as the Greenskins. Next, well, we're going to enter now, and we're probably going to lose Cricketfang Fort, and that's going to sting, mostly because it's going to lower the green tide level. But it might not, because it's going to increase obedience from what I've seen, right? Or is that just me being crazy? It might actually increase obedience. I don't know, let's see. I prefer if it didn't, for obvious reasons. Or you would prefer for it not to increase obedience? Yes. I would prefer for it to be, for levels of green tide as they increase to be flat-out upgrades, rather than, you know, trade-offs. But the theme of the mod is sort of, you know, trade-offs, so, I don't know. He might not attack immediately, though, you never know. And then again, he might. And Thorgrim is going to play around with Barag Dawazbag? Is that how you say it? Dawazbag? Dawazbag? I don't know. He's going to play around with that. Go on him, I suppose? I don't know. Can he take that place? I'd almost like him to take that place. Maybe he'll trigger a response from the, eventually from whoever's the owner of that settlement. This is like the second or third time the dwarves are looting that place. But whatever the case may be, he didn't attack me, and I'm pretty damn happy about that. What do you want? You can cover a lot of territory, don't you? You want peace with me? Fuck off. You're not getting peace. You can take the settlement, but you're not getting peace. Wait, that's their turn? Did they do nothing? No way, he must have moved the army. He must have moved the army. If he's sitting there in the underway or whatever it's called, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, he did move. He just moved. Okay. Mystery meat. Alright, okay, I like it. I like it. Can we attack him? No. Tell you what, though, we could take the Misty Mountain. We could go after the Death Gorge. I think we're going to do neither, to be honest with you, and sort of contradict. We're going to basically contradict me and what I said you should do with armies, and that's, you know, use them always. But, yeah, I think we're not going to do anything. Alright, so let's upgrade this. And, oh, you've abandoned the mine entirely. That's your choice. Blood-forged armor. Quest for blood-forged armor. I didn't do the quest, did I? I don't know, maybe you get something else when I finish the quest. From the front. Bonus. Ooh, that makes you quite powerful, doesn't it? I mean, we could go with that. That's not the problem. We could also go with minus upkeep. Nah, who wants to go with minus upkeep? Let's do that, and let's do... upkeep plus 50 for Lords and Heroes, so never have Lords and Heroes, but characters or a leadership effect plus 10. Or this. This is like for all armies, though. This is going to make his army stupidly expensive. Let's go with minus upkeep for the Lord's army, and then we can move over to this, which is Iron Hand. Replenishment like rate plus 30. That's gonna be really good. So, black something rather mine is now mine. Yes, I've been preparing that pun all day, don't question it. Another one falls, province conquered. Yeah. Effigy of Gork. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Green Tide level 4. Obedience plus 2. It is a trade-off. It was obedience. I hate this so much. I love the mod, but I hate this mechanic so much that it gets progressively more difficult. For arbitrary reasons. Oh, I hate it so much. It like. Oh, that is vile. Vile is what that is. I absolutely hate it. Right, so the problem is we can't fight him off. We could sign a peace treaty with them, it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, but I would need to take the Misty Mountain, or at least Death Gorge. What's the garrison? Misty Mountain's not a low, very low garrison. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna move here. And basically I'm gonna dare him to attack Karak Asgal. Right, that's the idea. We're going to dare him to attack Karak Asgal, and if he bites, then, well, good for us. If he doesn't, we'll move on to something else. Oh, and ideally I recruit another, another army. Not yet, though. I'm not in the position to do that. Right, Steel Tech. Hey, success. What do we steal? Well, let's find out. Ammunition for greenskin bow units. Not particularly great. But it leads on to better stuff, so sure. Take it. Amendments available. Growth and obedience. Yeah. It's always going to be growth and obedience. And basically sob the money, right? Oh well. Unassigned skill points. Earbud, Fist of Gork. Strong versus a single unit. Short, wide, expanding, tear-shaped attack. Give me evasion. And then give me magical reserves. Fort of Gork is really, really good, so is Earthling, and Arcane Conduit is obviously very powerful. Yeah, we're going to go with those. Oddly enough, you're becoming the best spellcaster by stealing tech, which is, you know, one has nothing to do with the other, but hey. Okay, so interestingly, dwarves can cross from here to there. But they're not going to do it, because they're stupid. Honestly. Right, let's end the turn there and see how it goes. Making a lot of money. I really hate the green tide mechanic, though. Now I'm like, I despise it now. Because what, the bigger a boss I am, the lower obedience is. I mean, I sort of get it, because you control more territory and it's harder to manage, but... It's rewarding you for playing shite, basically. If you keep losing settlements and losing battles, you can bring it down, and it's gonna... I mean, it could come to the point where I prefer to have negative green tide. Because it's all just trade-offs, right? And at this point, I think I'd actually prefer to have negative green tide. Because you get like... You get buffs, don't you? You get, like, overall, there's more positive things about not having green tide than having it. And that's stupid. Because, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, look at like, the vampires. I played with the vampires recently. They're really freaking good when it comes to their growth mechanic and whatnot. They grow with blood kisses, right? You gain those by killing people. Not by actually killing people. Did you beat... Wow, you just beat a full stack and didn't even break a sweat. That's impressive. So yeah, you gain those by killing people. And they allow you to awaken certain ancient vampires. Which are not legendary lords, but they're almost as good. Matter of fact, they're better than a few legendary lords. Ghost. And effectively, what happens is... Blood-forged armor, use a hero does perform an action against a settlement belonging to the... Well, didn't I literally just do that? I mean, you say I literally just did that. Of course, you fail now that I need the quest, but you did that a minute ago. Right, Crooked Fang Fort. Yeah, we want to upgrade that, don't we? And I want to kill you, but I'm not sure how to do that. I'll tell you what, how about this? Chase him. And here's hoping you manage to catch up to him, basically. Here, we're not going to recruit anything. We're just going to build... We already have a boss's tent over there. And public order's pretty good there already, so let's build... a tower. And as for you... You're telling me you can't use the underway? Am I getting this right? You can't use the underway to get from here to there. But the dwarves can use the underway to get from here to there without any issues.
That's what Morg wants.
Alright, if that's what you say. There's no reason to hate the game. I hate it, I love it. Wouldn't be playing if I hated it, but I really hate this mechanic. Unless, like, at level 5, it's just awesome. In which case, I would forgive it for everything wrong that it did to me. You, like, barely lost any troops as well. That's a ridiculously good fight. Okay, Valaire's Sorrow. Oddly enough, I think this, but we don't have any Skaven yet. So no, instead build like Yumi pits. Yeah, because we're always gonna need more obedience, aren't we? And we're going to need a third army as well, because we're at 1,200 plus when both armies are outside of settlements on campaign. And basically, yeah, you pay extra if the army's on campaign. But I got him in a very good position here, because he can't attack there, and he can go to Karak Asgal if he wants. But he can't siege it immediately, he needs to wait a turn, so yeah. I think you just finished someone off, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, he's gonna fluff around back there with other orcs until Grimgor gets there, so that's fine. And as soon as the army in the south falls, I think the way's clear to just mop up the rest of the settlements. So probably there's going to be one more army, but that's okay, as long as we fight them separate. And we can start taking territory back, like Iron Rock, and we never had Karag-Dron, but we intended on having it, if that makes any sense. Ooh, underway interception. Yeah, absolutely. But do I want to fight it or do I want to auto-resolve? I think I want to auto-resolve, honestly, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I just butchered them. And because of unit replenishment, it's not going to mean much that I auto-resolved it and didn't fight it personally. Matter of fact, judging by the way it distributed the casualties, probably better. Then again, there's the other experience thing. It's a mixed match, it's the same basically. I just saved you time, and me. If you can auto-resolve and yeah, if you can auto-resolve is sort of my oh, is this one that's literally the same? 4 turns, 3 turns, no. They had an opportunity to create a glorious thing with this Gork and Mork event, to basically have it do the exact same thing. They chose not to, which I understand and I respect. But then again, if it literally did the same thing, that would have been priceless. And it's not like the game's complicated anyway, or to begin with, or has some, I don't know, must-have requirements, if that makes any sense. You know, like, it's not like the game's gonna be worse for that event. Oh, come on, get me back to the map. Okay. For the mission! Hey, there we go. What did we get from that event? Probably not a lot. Foot of Gork, right? Yeah. Foot of Gork. So we now have a battle? We now have 2 battles? Question mark? Embed a big boss hero into the following army: Grimgor Ironhide. Battle of Thundering Falls. Bloodforged Armor, the battle, which is way up there. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do that at some point. You just don't know when. Alright, I'm gonna send you over there just to scout, basically. That's exactly what I wanted you to scout for. 9 units, okay. So, Spike Rock is getting an upgrade before Caracas. Then, I think. Nah. I need Karakazul to be upgraded. Well, mind you, if I'm going to be honest, I need everything to be upgraded. Ooh. Recruitment cost -20 for Greenskin Spear Infantry, Archer Infantry, and Chariot units. Recruitment rank +3 for Greenskin Spear Infantry, Bow Infantry, and Chariot units. Interesting. I'm going to build it. I'm just not going to build it yet. And we can recruit most of those here, so worth considering, I suppose, yeah? But for now, I think we just end turn. I haven't had a fight all episode. Come on, I'm gonna fight someone. Thorgrim! I want to fight someone else. If at all possible, yeah? Would rather fight someone else, thank you very much. There's also, I mean, it's so focused around growth, everything with the orcs. Building growth for buildings, every building gives you growth. You have so much growth, and I like that. You know, they're spreading all over the place, it's great. Growth is fantastic. It's also useless after you hit settlement level 3. It really, really is. I mean, sure, you need it for buildings, but, I mean, look, we're at, what, turn 20, 30 something? Growth is already becoming useless in the vast majority of my provinces. The new ones, alright, you need them because you just took them over and every time you take a settlement you lower its level, so yeah, fair enough. You need growth for those. But I don't get growth out of those. I mean, the growth that I have back in the capital isn't contributing to the growth here at all, so... What gives, you know? It's really... I don't know, I think that... I love the battles. I love the combat. I love the unit rebalancing, the added units, the everything. Economy for the Greenskins? Nah. Nah, get me back to the vanilla, basically. So I just don't like it. One of my... it's difficult, though, because, you know, ideally, in a perfect world, I play this vanilla and I play SFO with other factions that I really like. I'm just going to resolve this so easy. You know, ideally I do that, but then again, this mod does so many other changes. The unit levels, the unit abilities, the... What does this do again? A lot of good things, TLDR, a lot of good things. Alright. Wait, did I build that in the wrong place? I may have built that in the wrong place. Yeah, I have. I built that in the wrong place. Okay. I was meaning to build it here, I think. Because I can't do that due to growth. Okay, well, you know, growth is not useless here, because that's a low-level province, but, point being, you know, you can't create a perfect mod for everyone. There's always going to be stuff you dislike. That's just to be expected, but, yeah. Worth talking about, I suppose. They've moved to defend over here. I'm guessing, I don't know. They're a bit late, mate. Unfortunately. Well, let's go to March, and let's go and take our... March. Because I want to be able to take it next turn, considering Fulgrim isn't here. They're going to revolt next turn, that's not great. But I would like to put you in the army. Let's take out one of the... Which one is the least experienced? You? Yeah. And I'm going to embed you in this army, because... Scouting's okay, scouting's not the worst thing ever, but you have spells. And spells are really powerful, and that's another thing that the mod does. It makes spells pretty damn awesome. Plus 10 armor for Orc Boar Riders and Orc Boar Big Gun units. I'll do it, I have a few of those. I actually have a lot of those in the other army. And honestly, this army needs more buffs than the other one, so yeah, fair enough. We know what we're going to build here. Okay. Let's upgrade that. Next turn. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you haven't changed the end numbers that much, right? Because now I have one army on campaign, and I'm making around 3,000, and I'm maintaining 2 armies. Vanilla Greenskins at this stage, I would probably be doing roughly the same. If I had 2 full armies, you know, I wouldn't. This wouldn't be far off from what I'm doing. You can't engage combat. You're in force march. All right, great. I'm gonna siege him out. Okay. I have time, right? Where else is Grimgor gonna go? What, Carag Dron? Yeah, exactly. After he kills this, I'm gonna siege him out a little bit. And it reduces the siege timers as well, because otherwise it takes, like, I don't know, 12 flipping turns before the enemy starts starving to death. Now it's like 4 or 5, which is a lot more manageable, and it's a lot like the older Total War games. I appreciate that a lot. It's the tiny little things like that that I absolutely love, and then, you know, the odd buildings and the odd green tide mechanic here and there that I really dislike. Could you make it tunable? Yes, with enough effort and with enough time put into learning how to mod. No, not necessarily learning how to mod, learning how to edit mods, I suppose. You could make it tunable if you care enough, but... I guess the sort of half of the solution is there's other factions to play. Like I said, and I really like the vampires. I also really like the Empire. I think there's something there with the Ayers and it half rhymes, which I think basically means something. I'm only half joking. Do they have territory down south? No, they do not. So that means by the time this army gets to you, you're screwed. Alright. Fair enough, eh? Now, he also mustered some forces. I'm gonna get a Warg, or do I need to get to 100 to get a Warg? Don't quite remember. He's gonna start starving in 3 turns, and he's already half depleted, and so is this. So tell you what, if you wanna sally forth and fight me with a depleted army like this, I'll take the fight. But ideally, I'll starve you out, and that'll be fine. Is your fightiness increasing for this? Ooh, it is so increasing. Okay, we're gonna summon a whole Warg, apparently. Due to your, passiveness. Right, upgrade those. Upgrade that. And a whole bunch of money. Build that. Actually, do I want to build that? Nah, give me the shrooms. God, that sentence. Fine though. Ooh, upgrade that as well. Great. Oddly enough, at this point, I think I would have had more trouble with vanilla. Because the buildings are more expensive in vanilla as well. So I wouldn't be able to build up as much, I don't think. How's growth here? I think it's at 2. Oh, didn't you say that growth is irrelevant, Juggernaut? I just wanted to check when I'm going to be able to put this up. But considering my income and the amount of money, this isn't the highest priority to begin with. I already have everything I need. Golden Wolf Chariot. It's not particularly good. This is not particularly good either. This allows for feral wyverns and trolls. Again, look at that. Feral wyverns, a flying monster. An orc flying monster. Page not found. You know why it's not found? Because it's in the mod. It's not. It doesn't exist anywhere else. It's a fantastic mod. It's just that I don't, you know, there's a few minor things I don't like. Third world problems, eh? The Empire's so good, though. So are the Vampires. I haven't played that many other factions. I've played the Tomb Kings, and they're pretty good, but they're pretty close to vanilla. So I don't like the Tomb Kings that much, but I don't dislike them either. I like the idea of them. I think I would have loved them a hell of a lot more if the game were completely static. Military alliance, absolutely. And by completely static, I mean there's no late-game crisis, there's no technology advancements, there's no troop tiers. Basically 3 kingdoms, yeah. Oh, I take jabs at that game, but I'm actually enjoying it. It's not bad. But I will take jabs at it, of course, because there's no units, really. Really, no unit tiers, no unit, you know, buildings, unique units. No, well, there are unique units, fair enough. A couple, but, like, really? Oh, I have problems with the combat in that game as well. I'm gonna mention that, I suppose it's sort of relevant. The combat in that game is silly, because my brain works on Rome 1 and Medieval 2, right? This is how the brain of Juggernaut works, and I think any sensible brain works like this as well, but, you know, well, for this particular instance at the very least. And my brain works like so. If you put a wall of pikes in front of a cavalry charge, usually that's a pretty damn good way of stopping a cavalry charge. Nah. Not in 3 Kingdoms. They can charge your pikemen, spearmen, and halberds straight on and wipe out 150 infantrymen by simply touching them. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I don't think this is a bad idea. That's your target. Go and take it. To have cavalry charges be more impactful, you know? I don't think this is a bad idea. Quite the opposite. I think this is great. I've been looking forward to something like this. Well, then what are you on about? Here's what I'm on about. It's too much. They overdid it. It's okay for cavalry charges to be effective at, I don't know, charging into the rear of the enemy. You'd expect that to be common sense, right? Charging into archers, fairly good as well. They charge into a bunch of people who will have their bows out. Naturally, there's going to be some blood, they're going to kill something, one would assume, one would hope even. But this? What is this? I mean, what? No, just don't. Stop. I don't get it. I don't get it all that much, I must say. Right, we're going to start running into Tomb Kings over here. The Silver Host. This is a vampire thing, isn't it? It's also about to rebel. Ooh. Right, assassinate him. Oh, holy shit, you actually did it. I didn't expect that to work. No, what now? Yeah, I suppose. Builds you up as a fighter. Again, we got our warg. I didn't even mention that, but yeah. We got a full-on warg. Look at it. It's amazing. Next turn, it's gonna go pity 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 up there, and then pity 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 up there to character on, and it's gonna take it over. Now, how does it sack the settlement? Does it raise it, or does it occupy it? I would prefer if it occupied it, or alternatively, if it gave me a choice. But it's considered an ally faction, so yeah, it's not gonna give me a choice.
There's fighting time and yabbering time. Looks
Hello.
like we're gonna talk for now.
You hate vampires. Guess what? There's a vampire north of you. I don't want military access from you, though. I'm not gonna go down there. There's all sorts of nasties. No, stop that. I'm not going down there. Top knots, defend, attack the bloody... Yeah, I'll enter the side of the ally, sure. Yeah, if you can win your own war, though, and not have the war bleed over into my territory, that'd be great. That'd be seriously great. Can we have that happen? No? Anyways, I think I'm going to play vanilla a little bit after this, just to sort of feel the difference between the two. I'm going to keep obviously I'm going to keep the camera mod, and then I'm going to keep the levels mod as well, because I love it so much. But yeah, that, and I'm going to, I think I have like a utility mod or two. I have faster camera as well, yeah. Faster end turns, stuff like that. No, I'm going to keep those, but I'm going to turn off SFO and play without it for a bit, just to sort of compare the difference. I've did that as well. I've did that with the vampires. I've did that, yes. I've did that. It's worrying how natural it sounds when I say it out loud. I've done that with the vampires and with the Empire as well. And I just went back to SFO because I prefer that. I really do prefer the mod overall. But yeah, then again. Sure. Matter of fact, if I can pay every time, every 4 turns for this, I would just love it. I would absolutely love it. Now, obviously I cannot, but still, you know. A man may dream. Okay. Hello. I come to lay siege. And a siege I'm actually going to have to fight, isn't it? As much as I don't like fighting this siege. It is a level 3 settlement, though. I'm going to have to fight it. Oh, well. What are you going to do about it? Tell you what I'm going to do about it. Build that. I'm going to build that. And I'm going to build that. Glorious. All of the monies shall be mine. I'm just going to keep upgrading like it's Christmas. Look at that, black iron mine as well. Poof. Oh, glorious. Okay. I'm going to cut it here, though. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't have much of we didn't have much fighting this time round, but we practically won the campaign for what I wanted to do, which is sort of like, you know, push these out and push these out, and sort of, you know, then there you go. You can do whatever you want with this campaign. It's now open hunting season on whoever you deem that to be. Whoever you deem to be your target. At any rate, I'm going to finish it up next time, I think, and that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and want to stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on the channel. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.